All rise. Please be seated. All right. Good evening, everybody. We are in the first day of case number ZG416525518 in the child abuse and neglect penalty phase, State of Florida versus Sonia Heitman Clementine. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of January 2024. Tonight, we'll have opening statements from the prosecution and defense. Please begin with your opening statement and lay out of the crime scene, Eric.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first day of the penalty phase for Sonia Heitman Clementine. Today, I will be demonstrating the first crime scene where the defendant abused 13-year-old Jamin Abraham, 22-year-old William Anderson, 17-year-old Jaden Carter, 15-year-old Stefan Chaney, 14-year-old Dominic Collada, 10-year-old Alan Duran, 12-year-old Emery Estrada, 16-year-old Senahid Fail, 12-year-old William Glover Jr., 10-year-old Frank Griffin, 12-year-old Anthony Hooper, 13-year-old Dora Marquez, 14-year-old Damon McHugh, 12-year-old Maria Mendoza, 14-year-old Javier Mora, 10-year-old Amaya Oswald, 14-year-old Viviana Ramirez, 17-year-old Christian Randall, who turns 18 tomorrow, 14-year-old Anna Romanovsky, 14-year-old John Saluda, 12-year-old Nisha Sharma, 12-year-old Mary Stevens, 12-year-old McKenna White, and 17-year-old Kendall Williams. The first crime scene is the juvenile detention room. Let's begin. Take a close look at the juvenile detention room. Look at all of the blood and vomit on the floor. This scene demonstrates how badly the students were abused. They were forced to gulp a whole glass of a spicy milkshakes, vomited so badly when they couldn't gulp it down, and even passed out when they couldn't finish it. This caused the defendant to get on her feet and start yelling at the students and tell them to stop crying like babies, and telling them they won't escape because she wants to discipline them. When all of the students passed out, she proceeded to tell them to get the F up and finish the effing milkshake or else she will grab a knife and slice their heads. Some of the students, including 16-year-old Stefan Chaney and Senahid Fail, had to be airlifted to Go City Hospital because of what the defendant did to them. 4 of the students, 14-year-old Damon McHugh, 14-year-old Viviana Ramirez, 18-year-old Christian Randall, and 14-year-old John Saluda got severe nosebleeds from the spicy milkshakes, that they all sneezed out a huge amount of blood, that splattered all over the juvenile detention room. Also, it is noted that the defendant body slammed 14-year-old Dominic Collada just for spitting out the spicy milkshake in the garbage. He broke 7 ribs in his chest and had to get an extensive surgery to fix all those ribs, and also suffered 2 black eyes. The defendant also called him the N-word when she body slammed him on the wall, which is racist. Additionally, for 16-year-old Stefan Chaney, the defendant severely broke his jaw, which required him to have a 5-hour intensive reconstruction surgery. He broke his jaw so badly that he nearly died. She also broke 14-year-old Viviana Ramirez's tooth as she punched her in the face, and she needed to get her tooth fixed by an oral surgeon so that way her jaw doesn't melt and she doesn't need dentures. I am serious. These photos will demonstrate how evil the defendant is. Her actions are so cruel that she needs to get sentenced to death. You will listen to all these pieces of evidence, and when you guys start deliberating, you will recommend that the defendant gets death. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Eric. All right. We will now hear opening statements from the defense team. Please come up to the podium and give your statement, Mr. Bryant.
Okay. Yeah, you just saw the crime scene that Eric just showed all of you. You saw all the blood and vomit all over the floor. As you know, that crime scene is completely misunderstanding. The crime scene determines that Mrs. Clementine is actually the victim, in this case. She is the victim. She is the one who was being abused, not the students. The students are not victims at all. They are not victims because they misbehave and act up every single day, so she had every right to do this to her students. Also, if you all didn't know, on the same day she started giving the students spicy milkshakes and made them take cold showers, and then punched and spanked them for not being allowed to go to the bathroom. All of the 24 students all started to beat her up and break both her legs just because she was teaching them a lesson. My client never deserved to be attacked like that. And it was a good thing that Mr. Aldworth came to the rescue and grounded all the students and put them on school arrest for the rest of their lives because they deserve it. And it's clearly disrespectful that everybody in the comment section on Igor Bettenhauser's channel praised the students for seriously injuring her. And Shils Maldonado started the whole Stompy 2.0 shit just because she calls the students jerks or dingbats. She can call them jerks or dingbats whenever she wants, and she is not Stompy 2.0. And Warren Kissen should clearly stop telling my client to stop fucking swearing, because she is swearing to make sure she teaches all of these 24 bitchy asswipes a lesson. Once again, that crime scene proves that my client is the victim, in this case. And since she is convicted, I believe that the jury should agree with me that she is a victim and sentence her to life in prison with or without parole. And if she is sentenced to death, we are going to automatically appeal the verdict and punishment and send it to the VN Supreme Court. Once closing arguments come in February, I ask that you sentence my client to life in prison with or without parole. Thank you for understanding.
Thank you, Mr. Bryant. All right. We've concluded the first day of the penalty phase. We will resume tomorrow when Christopher Thomas, DG Stone Fanatic 398, CTY the Blue Fan 2019, and Darius Williams will testify against the defendant. Prosecutors, please bring her back to jail. Court is now dismissed.